The 2025 Will Eisner Comic Industry Awards have occurred. So let's talk about that in this video. Hello, everyone. Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be just going over all the big winners for the 2025 Will Eisner Comic Industry Awards. For those that don't know, the Eisners are kind of like the Oscars for comic books. That's probably the best way to say that. And we're gonna start with the induction to some of these new Hall of Famers. We have a lot of people that are now into the Hall of Fame in this year, including Kyle Baker, Eddie Campbell, Ross Chast, Dan Klaus, Todd Klein, John Romita Jr., and the master of horror manga himself, Junji Ito. So that was very cool. It was very cool to see that a lot of these people that, everyone that was nominated, of course, deserves the recognition, but it's really cool to see like some of the people that actually know their work, like Junji Ito, John Romita Jr., like have them go into the Hall of Fame. So we're not gonna go over every winner, but I'm just gonna go through some of the highlights, some of the stuff that I'm kind of more familiar with. But I'm reading the article from Comics Beat, which actually the Beat won Best Comics Related Periodical in Journalism. Editor in chief and founder Heidi McDonald. Congratulations. And we appreciate that you're putting stuff out like this. So I'll link this article in this video as well if you want to go through the full list. I'm just going to go through some of the highlights. So we start with, first of all, quick shout out to Akira Comics in Madrid, Spain, for the 2025 Will Eisner Spirit of Comics Retailer Award. So that's given out to a specific comic shop across the world, I guess, which is really, really cool. So let's go through some of these items. We have a Best Short Story. Phil Jimenez won from the DC Pride Anthology from 2024 for the Spaces story. This was felt like a very personal story for Jimenez, so that was very, very interesting to read. A lot of great nominees, though. We also have Best Single Issue or One Shot. The War on Gaza by Joe Sacco from Fantagraphics won that award. Some of the other nominees include Sunflowers by Kizzy Young, Ice Cream Man, Pee Pee Poo Poo #1, Unwholesome Love by Charles Burns, Abortion Pilzine, A Community Guide to Misoprostol and Mifepristone by Sevilla Rotman. Hopefully, I said all that correctly. Those are very technical terms. So let's go on to Best Continuing Series. Santos Sisters by Greg and Fact won that award. It's very cool. I've been buying the Santos Sisters because it's one of the things that happens within the advertisement of those comics. My friends over at IRCB actually had an ad put on there. So, but yeah, Best Continuing Series, some great nominees: Department of Truth, Detective Comics, the Ram V Run, Tom Taylor as well, Fantastic Four, Ultimate Spider-Man by Jonathan Hickman, and Wonder Woman by Tom King and Daniel St. Pierre. Next, we have the winner for Best Limited Series. This is very interesting because a lot of very strong nominees, but the winner is Satana Bring Down the House by Mariko Tamaki and Javier Rodriguez. I have checked out, we have a review for this on the channel, so make sure to go check it out. Some of the other nominees include Rare Flavors, Helen of Windhorn, The Deviant, Animal Pound, Alan Scott, The Green Lantern. So, yeah, a lot of very strong nominees. Next, we have Best New Series. This is a very highly contended award because there's a lot of very powerful, there's a lot of very heavy hitters nominees here as well. But the winner was Absolute Wonder Woman by Kelly Thompson and Hayden Sherman from DC Comics. Also from DC Comics nominated Absolute Batman, Minor Arcana from Boom Studios, The Pedestrian from Magma Comics, The Power Fantasy, and Uncanny Valley. So yeah, I've checked out most of those except maybe The Pedestrian, but everything else we have some reviews for on the channel if you want to go check that out. I'm gonna skip a few of these awards for younger readers and publications for kids and teens. Um, let's go all the way over to Best Anthology. We have the winner, Godzilla's 70th Anniversary, edited by Jake Williams, and of course, a plethora of people. This was from IDW. This was great. I love this anthology. It's a great celebration of the Godzilla property. So Let's keep going down. I'm like I said, I'm not gonna go through everything because there's a lot of different categories for some very niche stuff in the comics world. So I'll put the article for sure in the description, so you can go check all that out. Let's see. As we scroll down, we're getting to the designs. Digital comics, we have, I'm not a big reader of digital comics or web comics, but we do have Best Digital Comic, My Journey to Her by Yuna Hirashawa from Kodansha. And then we have the best web comic is Life After Life by Joshua Barkman. So all right, next up we have Best Writer from a great list of nominees, Jean Liu Yang, who will be for a Lunar New Year, New Year's love story from First Second. He will also be taking over the TMNT title. We talked about that on our live stream, so if you're watching that. But some of the other nominees include Tom King, Ramby, Kelly Thompson, James Tynion, all of them great, great. Next, we have best writer slash artist. So this is an artist. This is a creator that does both. Is Charles Byrne, which has a lot of work with Fantagraphics and some of the other indie publishers, amongst a great group of nominees. Next, we have best penciler or inker team. I really think this one's a very interesting one that they kind of put it together. But the winner is Bilkis Evely, who most recently has done Helen the Windhorn, but also because of all the Superman talk in the air, you also know that uh, Evely worked on the Supergirl Women of Tomorrow comic book that will be adapted to the screen very soon. Um, the other nominees: Felipe Andrade for Rare Flavors, Nick Dragotta, artist on Absolute Batman, Manu Larescent for The Road, Abrams Comics, which I'm not very familiar with them, but I have heard that name keep popping up more and more. Also, Javier Rodriguez for Satana Bringing Down the House, who we already talked about, and Liuyan Pham for Lunar New Year, which Jin Liuyang won the award for earlier that I mentioned. All right, let's keep going. We have Best Painter Multimedia Artist. The winner is Eduardo Rizzo, the Blood Brothers' mother from Distillery. That's his more recent work, but I mean, Eduardo Rizzo is a legend on here. So next we have Best Cover Artist, and this is an artist that I pick up pretty much any cover that I can. Matter of fact, I have one right in front of me because I picked one up this week. The winner is Tula Lote. As you can see here, I just picked this up this week, so very timely. But there's probably not a week that goes by that I don't pick up a Tula Latte cover if it's on the shelf. Some of the other nominees: Junie Ba, Evan Cagle, Bilkis Evely, Hayden Sherman, like all of them, just great trailblazers and very amazing artists, all in their own right. Best coloring goes to Jordi Belair for Absolute. I mean, currently working on a lot of books, including Absolute Wonder Woman. Very cool. Some of the other nominees: Mateus Lopez, Justin Prokowicz, Javier Rodriguez, Dave Stewart, and Quentin Sutton. So a lot of very prolific colorers there. Next, we have best lettering. Lettering, as I've mentioned in some of my reviews, one of the most underappreciated art forms in the comic medium. But the winner is Clayton Cowles, who, my goodness, prolific. Like just listen to this list of comics: Animal Pound, FML, Helen of Windhorn, Absolute Batman, Batman and Robin, Year One, Birds of Prey, Jenny Sparks, Wonder Woman, DC Strange Academy, Venom. Like, I am reading most of those titles. When I look at my ZLC collector app, Clayton Cowles is one of the names that comes up as most just like creators that come up the most in the credits of some of the other stuff. But a quick shout out to some of the other letter nominees: Becca Carey. We also have Emma Ferris, Nate Powell, Leela Corman. So yeah, a lot of very cool nominees. Let me go through here. There was a few more things that I wanted to shout out as well. Oh yes, the best publication design. I'm actually very happy about this one. This is an award that highlights just like kind of the best put together book. It's very interesting, but the winner is David Mazzucchelli's Batman Year One Artist Edition, designed by Chip Kidd from IDW. I have this book. I've made a video about this book. You can check it out on the channel. But yeah, a lot of great nominees, including Bill Ward, Brian Boland for the redesign of The Killing Joke that came out recently, One Bite at a Time, Scott Pilgrim 20th Anniversary hardcover box set, and then also Walt Disney's Donald Duck, The Ultimate History. So a lot of very, very strong nominees. Very, very cool. I think I saw one more that I wanted to highlight. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, uh, David Mazzucchelli's Batman Year One also won Best Archival Collection or Project. So, double win there for that. So, yeah, go check out that video I made on this book. It's really, really cool. And the last one I wanted to highlight, the Best Graphic Album Reprint, The One Hand and the Six Fingers by Ram V, Dan Waters, Lawrence Campbell, and Sumit Kumar from Image. I love this book. I'm glad it's getting some recognition, even if it's just on the reprint level. I don't know exactly what all the categories entail, but this just really, to me, implies that this book sold so well that they had to reprint it and it's been nominated. So a lot of very, very cool and very well deserved nominees and winners. So there you have it. That's kind of my summary and a wrap up of the Will Eisner Comic Industry Awards for this year. If you're not a Comic Con, like I am not a Comic Con, you probably have a little bit of FOMO. So go check out our big live stream for this week where we talk about all the big news from Comic Con. If you're having FOMO, if you're feeling left out, you can check out some of the stuff there that at least gets us back into the news and gets us excited about a lot of these things happening. So, as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe. Let me know what are some of these books that you read, some of your favorites down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, and stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, news recaps about comic books, I guess, and all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.